Alright, I played a bunch more matches online with Cody just to get used to him. And from my observations, I felt that I needed to lab some certain things. So one of the problems that I was running into constantly, one of the biggest problems was not having enough hit confirms at from long range. So like I would do medium kick and then I wouldn't have a hit confirm button to go into. So I could do like a crouching medium punch, but if I got the hit, I wouldn't be able to link it into anything at that point, and so on. So I was really labbing and looking at the situations where you can get extra like 2 or 3 hit confirms, other than just like light kick, crouching medium punch, standing medium punch, or crouching medium punch, crouching light punch, standing light kick. Both of those are fine hit confirms. Another one, obviously, any time that you have meter, you don't have to hit confirm. You can just do whatever button you're going to do and into EX Zonk, and that will combo on hit. If you do it off of a light kick, it creates a frame trap. But beyond that, the way to stop your opponents from pressing buttons, I have found a few options. One of the ones that I really like going for now, after I labbed how difficult it is to actually punish it on reaction, or even notice it, is the target combo for light punch, light punch. If you just leave it at that, it is -4 on block, but it is his farthest range light confirm, or 2-hit light confirm. So he can do, like, from this range, he can do crouching light punch into nothing, or he can do light punch, light punch. And then you can easily hit confirm that on hit into the rest of the target combo. So I really like doing that. If you just leave it at the 2 hits, it's only -4, and it's quite difficult to react to. It's very, because by default you're just leaving it at the jab. So then, if you just do the extra jab, it barely has any animation to it, and it's extremely fast, and it doesn't look like it would be -4. And you're not really that close to your opponent when you do it in those situations anyways. So I've been going for that a lot more often, is when I'm at that range or doing those block strings, I'll go for a jab jab, just to hit confirm from that range. And like I said, obviously if you have meter, you don't have to hit confirm. You can just go into EX Zonk. Another option to go for is from further away. This will sometimes net more damage than the EX Zonk, but it still takes a bar. Is from certain buttons you can cancel into, usually medium buttons, you can cancel into EX Tornado Shot, which you might already be doing to extend your pressure, because you can cancel into regular Tornado Shot, and if you get trades, it's fine. You can probably combo off of it with super. In those, nah, because his super doesn't hit quite far enough horizontally. But in any case, yeah, doing your hits into projectiles, sort of like a Shoto, is fine. However, you can only do that occasionally if you're doing regular projectiles, and it doesn't really get you in anymore. It just does a little bit of damage, less damage than most characters' fireballs. So that's one option, but ideally you would be going for EX projectile, because if they jump over the projectile, you'll be able to anti-air if you use EX projectile with the V skill. And if you take a trade or just get the hit cleanly, if they press a button, you can usually forward dash and combo off of it. In a variety of ways. And beyond that, I've been really studying the frames for moving in with your tornadoes, especially in the corner where it doesn't have as much push block. At this range, if you're throwing the medium tornadoes, you can forward dash and be +9 on block, which means you can get like legitimate frame traps with like light kick, for example. It's really easy to bully your way in. Especially off of Oki situations. Like, I spent a lot of time looking at Cody's Oki options and studying the active frames of a lot of his normals, and I was a little disappointed because I had, like, other than in his V-Trigger 2, I found, like, very few options for double meatying the opponent on quick rise or back recover, because none of his moves really have enough active frames to do so. The only move that he has that can meaty both quick rise and back recover, here, I'll put him to do wake up 3-framer. Put him to, yeah, there we go, wake up 3-framer, and then meaty, and, or not meaty, but yeah, so that beats him there, and then that beats him there. So that's the only double meaty that I was able to find outside of his V-triggers, and that only works if, that's only, like, even worth going for if you have V-trigger to cancel, because otherwise you can't cancel the second hit of standing heavy punch. On his official frame data, it says that EX Sonk has 5 active frames, which should be enough to double meaty, but based on my testing, it doesn't do that, so. So because of the difficulty of double meeting the opponents, I like to, especially off of this knockdown, just set up a projectile. And then forward dash in. If they back recover, you can combo off the projectile. You should be able to anti-air if they jump over. That's a good setup, especially if you're just outside of the corner. So yeah, anyways, once you're around the corner, you can throw those medium projectiles. Combo off them if they hit. So yeah. Locking the opponent down with the occasional fireball at about this range is pretty good. Even at this range, it's fine, because then you can check them with, like, a hard kick. And in addition, there's block string setups that you can do in the corner, because they can't get pushed by projectiles in the corner, thus allowing you to do unique stuff with projectiles. You can do different block strings with regular and EX projectile. Although I'm not sure that I found one, but I forgot to write it down anywhere, and now I don't remember what it was. So you can do with regular projectile, not EX tornado, to combo off of it, but I don't remember what that was. But anyways, yeah, you can do extra stuff with, like, EX projectile off of crouching heavy punch. Crouching heavy punch or crouching medium punch will often put you at the right range when you cancel it to get something decent going on. And then you can usually combo off of it at certain ranges with like so. You can frequently go for standing medium punch. At certain ranges, you can get crouching heavy punch. Anyways, so yeah, you can also incorporate that into your frame traps. Yeah, another thing that I was looking at for my matches is, like, figuring out which buttons to hold to get EX Sonk, because I want to have EX Sonk ready in case, like, anytime, like, they land from a jump or something, anytime that they're just standing still, I can just whip it out and then just get in there. So, but the problem is if you hold light punch and heavy punch together, that's fine. You can still anti-air with V-skill, but you can't throw tech, so you really have to make sure that you're anti-airing everything. If you're holding medium punch and heavy punch, you can't you can anti-air with heavy ruffian kick if you're good at that, doing it quickly and won't make any mistakes in doing that. But you could also anti-air just with, like, air-to-airs, and then as soon as you air-to-air, you just let go of your punch buttons because you don't need them anymore. You don't need them to be held down for the EX Sonk, because EX Sonk is a way to get in the opponent. Similarly, if you hold, like, light punch and medium punch, you can't throw tech. You also don't have, like, access to a lot of your neutral buffers. The way I have my button layout set up right now is for playing Falk. So, and I'm not going to change that because I would have to rememorize the button layout, and I don't want to have to do any rememorizing when we're this close to Evo. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And as of right now, I like, my button layout makes it difficult for me to be able to hold a charge for EX Zonk while still being able to play a full match. But if anything, I would think that, like, holding light punch and heavy punch at the same time is probably the best bet, because you get your medium punches, you get your V skill, which I have set to a different button temporarily, and you still get your medium tornado, which is your most important one for neutral. So I think that's the best option. His super has this, like, it actually doesn't have, like, that much invincibility for how long the tornado lasts out, so if the opponent has put something on screen that the tornado's not going to hit, then you'll actually, like, Cody will constantly get knocked out of it while the tornado still goes, and you can keep it totally safe. So it's like if say Laura throws a fireball, I can, and it's floating right in front of my face, especially like an EX fireball or a V-trigger fireball, I can just super. If it catches her doing something, that's great, I get the damage. If not, I get hit by the projectile and knocked out of it, and then I'm totally safe, because she's blocking the super for longer than I am getting hit. So those have mostly been my observations from playing matches. I would say that, like, the most important thing that has been helping me recently, other than just, like, being more liberal with spending meter, just, like, stabbing in with, like, medium punch or light kick into EX Zonk, or just doing EX Zonk all the time. Doing it in block strings as well. Sort of like calling assists in Dragon Ball to just, like, reset your block string. But I think the most important thing to actually, like, helping me get in range for throws, even after I do the EX Zonk, has been incorporating that light punch target combo, which helps me hit confirm, like, the opponent trying to jab out of my pressure from much farther away. And I can do this without meter, which it makes it a little bit better in that regards than EX Zonk, which you need to have a bar in order to make sure the opponent's not pressing anything. So that thing's awesome. That's super useful.